Hey, Logan, I need a reminder. What number was the last part again?
12.
In your face!
There. We're dead. So the problem is that the Flying Dutchman actually has decided he's going to hang on to the treasure.
Really?
The problem is the Flying Dutchman remembered that he's a jerk.
That's fair.
Really?
That does sound good.
I'll take your word for it, but yeah.
Sea Weevil. Yorgi Schmorgy. So straight up. Straight up as one of the again one of the unique another one of the non-robot boss battles we actually get to fight.
The Flying Dutchman.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
He's got spectral powers.
Yeah, it comes out of his eye. For some reason, I thought the lasers came out of his nose.
No, you're thinking of the fire snot, the fire that from Shanghai that SpongeBob deflected with the sock. Yeah, here. Wait until he goes this way, then lasso him.
Oh boy.
Don't ask how that works, but
Wearing SpongeBob's underwear.
maybe you should put a sock on it. That'll help.
Yeah.
Well, it does make
Puts
it
on the
all
edge of
nice and warm.
Wait! You're stretching the elastic!
It would seem we've reached an impasse.
W's right. Or was it pink
The
one?
pink one.
Pink one's right. That's another, you know, that's another, I don't think I mentioned that, but that's another, I think, probably one of my favorite, I think that's still another, actually, yeah, I think just in general, I love Shanghai, the frickin' when they tried to all be part of his crew.
Yeah, that was a fun episode. Also funny considering that's like one of those rare few episodes that actually has multiple endings.
Right, when it originally aired.
Well, wow, why'd I stand there? And I believe it was like, when they first aired as part of that Patchy special, I remembered foolishly thinking that the other people who got to vote actually meant something. When I think they really that was just part of. I feel like that was just part of the gag. Was that SpongeBob was the only one who would actually wish for something that made sense?
Yeah,
Probably. I mean, for all I know, maybe that was something where they did just have the fans decide. Then once they got all the votes, then they just tailor make all the endings as followed.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That does make me wonder.
Of course, it didn't change much because we all know fruit prevents scurvy.
Right.
That does make me wonder, though. Like, if you guys were there when that whole event happened, did you guys ever vote for any one of the three?
I had no idea how to vote. It's like mail-in or something.
I did on the website.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, looky.
Oh.
How do you get mold on soap?
I don't know.
Or soap bubbles, I should say.
Well,
So what just happened?
We have officially managed to pull off both solving this diplomatically and kicking his ass at the same time. So really, it's just a stellar day for us. So before I go, I also forgot about this golden spatula right at the top.
Whoops.
Whoop! Well, good thing we remembered.
All that extra time you could have saved, wasted.
Whoa!
Actually, as you're about to find out, there was a number of things I forgot. I also forgot that there's a spatula down here behind the machine, the drain that I shot at. And looking back in part 12, I did actually see a part where I was supposed to have seen the glint and jumped down here, but well, there you go. Next up,
11.
I forgot to come back here now that I have the cruise bubble back in the downtown Bikini Bottom.
Actually, there's
Yes,
a handful of
unfinished
things. There's a handful of things you can do in Tier 1 now that you have all the power-ups.
Some are more important than others, though, because I think the bowling alley thing at Jellyfish Fields, I think that only gets you a sock.
Ah,
Which I
right.
do need to get because I'm still going for all 100 of the spatulas.
That's fair.
But we're getting close. Between this and Mr. Krabs, like we only have like another 16.
Oh
to go.
yeah, we still got to splurge on that cheap fuck.
Yeah. So now that I come back over here with Sandy,
I like to
This is
think
where
I'm
we
very
can now-
expensive.
But he said it himself. It's true. I am cheap.
all right, here you go, Patrick. Pull your pants up.
Will be
Every
hearts expensive.
Every single sock.
Not yet. I'm still a little short, but I just love to freaking put your pants on, Patrick. All right.
All right, Krabs.
Do you want to trade shiny objects?
So
Mr.
now it's
Krabs
time.
is literally going to be.
Quality craftsmanship.
He is literally going to be swimming in all this garbage we're about to give him.
Well, I'm gonna try because you're gonna see. I'm still not actually gonna have enough to get every single one. But bear in mind, this originally used to go like 3,000, 4,000, 7,000, 12,000 shiny things. It got insane.
Okay, where's it? Okay, there you go.
Oh, I also forgot to break that last thing.
Oh yeah,
For
Sorry,
Patrick's sock.
Squidward. I almost forgot to break every last one of your possessions.
Patrick, what's your sock doing in my moose head?
It's like, why do I continue to live here?
And yeah, you totally forgot to go back to Patrick.
I didn't realize you go inside his house. Look.
Aw, your little portrait. That's cute. You can't destroy it because it's made of true friendship. You can destroy the couch, though.
You destroy the sofa? Yeah.
Yep. Destroy the sofa.
Oh, so that's where that was.
Back up we go. I also found you could actually hit that fountain to get a sock from that.
Oh, you had to hit it?
Come
to
on.
get it?
Yeah. Or maybe it was always been above and it just was always just out of reach with the camera. Come on. Come to daddy. There you go. Oh, shush.
What's a
Oh, he does.
laundry?
You hit the TV too many times to get that.
That's
Okay,
we repaired
cutscene,
the
you can stop
TV.
now. Oh, look. It's the
Alright.
old-timey SpongeBob place.
Oh.
Huh. I don't think I saw that episode.
Jellyfishing
remember that.
channel. Are you doing okay, Sammy?
Yeah, I am.
Oh. I forgot about Neptune's family.
Huh.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about that episode?
From that. Oh, what are you hitting that old lady for?
She knew.
She knew the consequences.
If you destroy every tiki in the Krusty Krab, you also get another sock for that.
I miss
Huh.
Mindy.
I know.
You missed what?
Mindy.
Oh,
from,
Mindy,
from the
okay.
movie. Well, because it's the weird canon and stuff. Didn't they like explain that like he was like the descendant or the new King Neptune or something?
I don't know what they really did, like to explain the two different King Neptunes.
They probably should have at some point. Anyway, there's that.
I mean,
sock
I guess
you
there's
can
also the matter that the old, like the original Neptune, you only saw like once throughout the whole show. Like back with the original first 3 seasons, I think.
Right. Oh yeah, it was just that one. Yeah, it was really just that one time.
You know, an
Ooh,
actual
you're a fry
bowl.
cook.
You know, an actual bowling, you wouldn't get to roll more than twice in a row.
Yeah,
The cheater.
unless it's like the very last one.
I also forgot about this. I didn't realize that thing would take me up here. So yeah, welcome to the backtrack-a-thon, Sammy. This may be your first one you're joining us for. While I go and grab everything.
We're literally backsocking.
Backsocking,
But as someone who likes Spyro, you gotta enjoy a good collect-a-thon backtracking.
Yeah.
It's good to come back and feel almighty and powerful, ready to just make any level.
I have the power! Who needs friends when you've got power?
Actually,
That
now
sounds
I think
like
about it.
that's a Patrick line.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs friends when you have power?
You go out. Yeah, you're right. That does sound more like that.
Well, I
Right.
suppose it'll make
That
Patrick
guy. Then in here, if I come back this way, when you get to the very bottom, I saw these and I thought, oh, these will just take you up. But actually, there is a reason to go all the way back up to the top because the sock spawns at the very top.
Well,
That's
what's
a
what's
sneaker
that
to move.
doing there?
That was a sneaker to move. There's also this
Woof.
little hot feet there. And then there's Patrick with the old icy fruit.
Now we're gonna get cold feet.
Back at the beach. Oh, okay. Where the hell am I going?
You're going that way.
Hello?
Now you're going that
Oh,
way.
there it is. I saw the
Now you're
ball.
going this way.
Yeah, there's a little
Can you make
bubble
it?
inside of here. No, I can make it easily. Let me just go right here, and the journey continues.
As per the norm.
Get up here.
As per the
Now that I can take Sandy in here, because it took me a
Oh.
little bit, I can finally go get this sock that it was bothering me.
There's
Next to
Golden
Golden
Brash.
It'll make
Oh,
Patrick
there you go.
And we never do find that statue that was made that made him a genius.
Breaking news! Local pink idiot can't seem to stop dropping his socks all over Bikini Bottom.
underwear.
I mean, they just went flying. Like if there was like a massive thing. Also, if you go back here, there's a little secret one right behind this thing in the moment.
Well,
Never done.
I didn't notice these little like rock outcroppings down there. Took me to another sock. And then it's time to do some of the bonus ones. These are some of the longer ones that I didn't do. Was that basically on these slides? Whoops! On these slides, there are little knickknacks that you can find a Sandy, like one there.
Oh, it'll make Patrick happy.
And then a little further down the same slide, you can find this guy. Because there's a lot of socks in Sand Mountain, all on these sideways paths.
Yeah.
A bit lower, you can get up there, get another one.
Well, I suppose it'll make Patrick happy.
And there we go.
Finish. All right, then on the second lap, we're actually going to want to, at the very end here, get on top of the courses.
Oof.
And stay on top of the tube as long as we can, as long as we can, as long as we can. There we go.
Do I really have to
How are you guys liking multiverses, by the way, so far? I haven't tried out Gizmo yet. It sounds okay.
I haven't tried Gizmo myself, but I'm still enjoying the game. Like, it definitely is getting used to the fact that they actually changed the hurt boxes to actually make sense.
So is it actually? So have you and so Sammy and I guess all you three, because I haven't played in a little while. I've been busy with other games. Have you guys? Has it felt tighter and better to play with that hitbox update?
I haven't noticed too much of a difference.
I don't think it's good to ask me because I still haven't played it quite
Next time
yet.
I
But
need to
yeah.
round up customers
No worries.
for Krusty Krab, I'll give you a call.
I forgot to talk to you.
customers want to be made round?
Huh?
He
You're
means
a
craps.
strange one. You are, Patrick.
You're a
But
strange
I
one.
speak on this. Kept
Mr.
that
Star.
dialogue. Mister.
Yeah, that's funny how, like, I think he's the only person that he never addresses by his last name.
Not really.
Because he's not an employee. Except for that one time, but it will only last about like 2 seconds.
Would you like a job, sir? Now?
Why
Would I?
You're fired.
Well, then not just that time. There was the time where he let SpongeBob join in so he can get an award. Because, you know, that's when Squidward quit afterwards.
And I guess this doesn't entirely count, but remember when Squidward tried to refashion the Krusty Krab to press Squilliam?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just I was told that the core would straighten me up, sir. Straighten me up, sir.
Let's see. Another technicality one. But Patrick did work there for a time when he used to be Patricia.
Right, when he cross-dressed.
What a weird
And apparently
episode
all
that
it took was Patrick having a wig and a dress to make him the most desirable bachelorette.
Patrick socks?
That's got. I mean, take that for what it's worth. That's got to be like a confidence booster there for him.
That whole thing did give me like one of my favorite like interactions between him and Mr. Krabs. That's like, so let me get this straight. You're not a woman? No. Well, then you're fired.
It'll make Patrick happy.
Just straight up. Now, I actually want to get up there with a little bit nice.
Wow. You cheapskate.
Yay! And then, how could I have forgotten the cheapskate spot? Cheapskate Central.
So it wasn't there, just there to be a hidey hole.
Yep. It actually had the sock all along.
And
now I
now
can give
we
you all
can
your
give him all his
goodies.
socks back.
I don't speak Italian.
One day you will learn. 92 of them.
Yep. All
Now we just got 8 more
92
to
of
go.
them.
Now if I could only find my other sock.
Oh.
It's on your head, remember?
What?
Well, of course. Now where did I put it?
What?
Wait, his other sock? I
and
don't
his-
see one.
Do you
I think that'd be. I think he's because he's a sockhead.
Oh.
Oh. So I'll trade in a couple more of these. 94. Now
And
the
we're
last
still not
one-
gonna have enough.
Well, yeah, because we're so it's time I finally show you guys how to get. Yeah, we're still gonna need 5,500, 6,000, 6,000, 6,500. So it's time I show you guys the best place to grind for shiny things. That. Thank you.
And thus repeat it nauseum.
Literally, that's all you do. The only thing I don't like is that it respawns every single sound effect all at once. That's
Oh.
why you're hearing that shing sound. That's because it's trying to still play the sound effect of the reflecting towers from everywhere else. It's annoying, but yeah, this is basically exactly what I did. Thank you.
Ironically, that's the one and only time we actually use the freaky SpongeBob bumper. That's actually impressive.
It had to have happened eventually. The game is pretty okay just up until this point. And the reason why I got so many extra shiny objects, and yes, that actually took me about 20 minutes for any curious, is because not only do I need shiny objects to buy all of my golden spatulas, but we're going to eventually need shiny objects to buy our way into the movie theater.
Right,
Now,
which
why
is
would we
basically...
So, do you
I was about to
have
say, why would we want to do that?
craftsmanship?
Well, because after you beat the game, you can actually return... Actually, I think I can just get into it right now, actually.
The only good robot is the one that's given me them shiny objects.
I'm a robot?
Yeah, no, the movie theater is a place you can buy a ticket to, but it has spoilers in it in its concept art, which more on that later. So let's just get right to it.
We have more than oh.
Oh.
Authorities have confirmed
Sorry.
the robots
Wake up, Sammy and James. Plot has finally found us.
from the chum bucket.
Oh, okay.
Yes!
Standing, owner of the chum bucket, and best known for the creation of robots whose sole purpose is to cause mayhem and destruction.
That sounds about right.
Has denied any involvement.
Of course.
And then stomp on your children.
He's been on that rant this whole
Stomp on
time.
your children's children.
Why would you say all that? Like right now of all times.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. I mean, if it's not immediately obvious, and oh, jeez, who would eat that stuff?
And all of his
Yeah.
customers are the explodey kind.
Everyone's a critic.
Well, thank you for getting rid of my only clientele, Dick.
Don't forget the sneaky one
My
up
name's
here.
SpongeBob.
Aha! And with that, there's 2 missions to go and 2 spatulas left.
Thankfully, they're all right here at the chum bucket.
Come on down. Please don't leave. I'm very lonely. So, let's get right to it.
Dear diary, I'm lonely.
Dear diary.
Look at
Also, hey, Squidward.
that big square head and those short shorts. That's the most hideous thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Wait, that hideous thing looks like me.
I always knew SpongeBob would be the death of me.
Jump in,
Oh,
Jimmy.
shush.
Robot SpongeBob.
Between this and the Patrick fight, I'm still convinced that, they were considering having Squidward be a playable character at some point, especially, with the robot Squidward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll talk about that at all. Who knew?
Yes, it was me all the time.
Who knew?
Behold, the Duplicatotron. I registered the name, so don't even think you're ripping me off.
Okay.
All right.
This
Okay.
can make a robot copy of anyone. I was going to make an army of loyal robots that would obey my every command.
Oops.
But they're running amok.
I forgot to set the switch to obey Plankton.
Huh.
But now that Daddy's home, I can fix that.
Dude.
Fun.
I don't think it works that way.
Wrong now. Should be
Why can't he just flip the switch? It looks like he could reach it
Oh.
easier than he could in the original.
Oh, hello.
That's why.
Robo-Plankton.
knew I shouldn't have made a copy of myself, but I'm just so cute.
I can't. How could I not look at myself all day? So now,
I mean, look at
Roboplankton
that
is
handsome
leading-
devil.
I'm
So
not-
now Roboplankton is going to lead the army to destroy Bikini Bottom if we don't stop him here and now.
Mm-hmm.
So, alrighty. Here we go.
Robo
Robo
SpongeBob.
Whoop.
It looks like SpongeBob.
I mean, it kind of goes without saying that after everything we fought, the last boss would be a robotic duplicate of us.
Makes sense.
You know, assuming you weren't spoiled of that by all the trailers and even the box art of this remake.
Oh yeah, no, the
my
trailers
gosh,
made
you're
it
right,
no
yeah.
secret that this would be a boss, but we weren't aware that it would be the final boss.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Makes sense. So, it's actually technically a tag team match of sorts, where the 2 of them are fighting in tandem. Ow. The other thing to be I guess I can quickly bring up something about the speedrunning thing that I always thought was interesting. So in the original Battle of Bikini Bottom, the trigger for the boss fights ending always were like placed in the same room, just really high up. So it was actually possible to use this attack where he spins the platforms if you stood at the right angle to get launched up into the trigger. There's a whole thing. Like, check out Shift on YouTube for the world records of the game. It's very cool. And when we brought up earlier that you could actually speed run all the way through to the very end. Oh, jeez.
He's bringing out the karate.
Curses. It was possible to. This is the point where you could actually have skipped right to this point in the original 1.0 patch of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Grab that guy.
To 'em, SpongeBob.
Oust.
Do.
Oh god, he's bringing on more.
Yeah, that
There's no
guy.
end to the karate.
Come on. You speed ups, then I just gotta pop those pimples on your face now.
That's
You should really get those checked out.
There we
It looks like
Like I'm no dermatologist.
opportunity here.
go. There you go.
Are you sure we're not anywhere near one of those toxic waste dumps?
About over.
Why do people keep saying that about my food? Oh, I just noticed like the texturing on the mouth is stretchy.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Oh,
Huh.
Well, it's been a little while it's been a long while coming, and I actually don't even want to like get to all the big final talk yet because we still got another video after this. But,
Oh yeah, no, like let's save our final thoughts and all that for like the last video because that we're gonna need all the tangents we can get.
Yeah, no, you really got a point there. But I will still say, as far as remakes go, this was still a fun little romp. Were other bits that I still think could use a little bit of polish, but of course. But otherwise, I still feel like I'm happy that we're getting another chance to relive and re-experience these games, especially with the whole remake craze going on.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only real damning thing about Rehydrated is that well, it was launched in such a poor state.
Yeah.
Just to make a release date that they couldn't.
boy.
Oh god. Ah! But yeah, no, like this game was released to try to meet the release of Sponge on the Run, and then that movie got delayed. Oh god, it's Anchor Arms.
Oh, he's a jerk, and
And
everybody will
everyone
love him.
Well, Roboplankton already loves him.
SpongeBob, he just flew into your head.
Well, then I'm going to follow him into my head. I mean, into my robot version's head, which is like my head, but bigger and more metallic.
Right.
Will you go already?
Here I come, robot plankton.
This is just getting so weird for me.
He just leaves. No, okay. This is our final gauntlet inside the Robo SpongeBob.
It's an
Which this
obstacle
music is also
course.
great. Which this music is also still great as always. So, simple. Basically, you want to take out the Duplicatotron, and eventually Roboplankton will show up and get it within range. And that's your cue to discourage him from staying in the same area for too long, and that'll spawn a platform. And essentially, you just want to break all these fuses.
To those that don't already know, this is actually there's actually a remnant of lost material that involved a big old muscle buff pants, the robot.
Oh?
They actually showed it off in like the initial trailer where at some point it was actually going to chase after you.
Right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Look back on that trailer.
I'm guessing they must have like scrapped it very early on when they realized, oh wait, we can't technically afford this.
Man,
Either that or they just didn't have the time.
You're reminding me of the Rayman Rabbids trailer that initially had like this whole adventure tied to it. Like at one point, Rayman was riding a spider in a canyon.
I miss a
eagle.
I miss a lot of things about that trailer. I do not miss that devil named Tarantula.
Massive. But it looked cool. It looked like, oh wow, this is gonna be a big like adventure kind of thing.
Like,
Well, I mean,
there
it's
you go.
cool. It's cool and all, but think of all the arachnophobes.
Oh boy, exactly.
Yeah, it's
Think of me and Doug, man.
And Matt.
Right.
That too.
I was about to say he doesn't care as much about Rayman though.
I mean, I guess
He
we
cares
could
about
ask,
he cares about arachnids.
I guess we could ask real quick, Sammy. What do you think of tarantulas?
That's a good question. I mean, if they're way too, like, close to me, then yeah, I'm probably gonna be scared of them, but for the most part, well, I mean, I've held a tarantula before as well, too, so that might say a lot about me as well.
Fair.
Because we had this exhibit, which Hyper has said, what kind of crazy state do you live in?
Yeah, like, the whole thing is like apparently at this. Did you say it was a zoo? This was at?
It was a Butterfly Pavilion, but yes.
Yeah, a butterfly pavilion. She mentioned there's an exhibit where you can pet the tarantulas, and my response is, "What kind of sick town do you live in?"
Australia.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but no, there
Actually,
was a tarantula called Rosie that you could hold, not pet, but hold.
Was it like defanged?
Yeah, no, it was harmless.
Okay.
And
I
I
imagine
held
that
it
it's-
once, but then never again.
Well, I imagine it's one of those things like spiders like that. Like they're only like dangerous if provoked.
Well, yeah, they basically said don't blow on it, and also don't, throw it or anything like that, obviously.
Well, obviously don't throw it.
Ah! Throws the
Here we go.
tarantula, and it's
Final
like,
phase.
you killed our tarantula, what is wrong with you?
And with that, we're actually already getting to the end of this. So, just once again, knock Plankton so that he will move away, and there are only 3 brain fuses left, and then we'll have done it. We'll have beaten this game. And we'll say console optimization, lack thereof or whatever, notwithstanding, still had some fun with this. I'm glad we got to do this, and as you already got, this is probably like up until recently the only SpongeBob game we ever would have considered doing a full-on commentary of because of the fun like polish that was in it originally.
Right, like we like I mean beforehand, I think we already had plans to try doing the original and everything, but then
right up until they announced the Rehydrated anyway.
And then it's like, you know what? Let's see if this works out. And well, after all the patches, it did.
And yeah, now we're. Would you be interested, Sammy, in joining us? Well, actually, we're going to win, done. But all 100. But I was gonna say, Sam, would you be interested in joining us if we ever did Cosmic Shake?
I'd be interested.
It's the new SpongeBob game. Eventually, I don't know when it's coming out yet.
It should be coming out sometime later, either later this year or later next, or sometime next year.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we've done it. The robot's like, the hell is going on? Get the heck out!
Get out of here!
Okay, there is no release date yet.
Okay, but it will now become a shell of its former self.
It's no longer a jerk. It's just a wimp.
I remember that effect actually creeped me out a little bit at first with its deflated arms, like in the original model, how gangly they looked. And oh,
Huh.
about to leave.
All my plans ruined.
That face on Patrick from this perspective is just.
The dimples.
You haven't defeated
Oh, hang on.
All right, this guy.
Still have lots of robots all over Bikini Bottom. I'll
Oh, that's right.
and then we'll see.
Uh-oh.
I'll destroy you. You'll destroy me. I'll destroy you.
Well, you know the one thing worse than one inflated ego? Multiple inflated egos.
Well, I'll destroy you plus infinity.
Oh my gosh, it's getting worse.
Like, just
They're,
looks so annoying.
they're reproducing. They're reproducing.
Oh yeah.
Gross.
Well,
Well, Plankton, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, I certainly did. Next time
No.
I'll get it right.
Yeah.
Patrick.
So,
thanks, Patrick.
Who wants to get angry?
I do, I do.
he's dying, Patrick.
Well,
Need I remind you all that there are still robots out there making a mess of Bikini Bottom?
Sandy is right.
I thought she was a squirrel.
Jeez.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm being punished.
Okay.
that would be more
Thank-
relevant if you actually were playable, Squidward.
Yeah.
The boy wouldn't stop, and neither will I. We can't rest until Bikini Bottom is safe.
This is still such a weird ending, all things considered, because. Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, I agree. Like, this, for some reason, this makes me get the impression of, like, oh, there's more after you beat the Plankton.
But no, it's like, this is literally the end of the game. That's it. Go home. Well, okay, no, there's also this.
This is if you get every single one of the. This is if you get every single one of the golden spatulas, and this was in the original game as well.
Yeah.
It's just a little fun little animation tease, all celebrating about him.
I mean, it's cute for what it's worth. Oh, jeez. Remember, all those socks, all those spatulas, shiny things. And everyone was probably a Squidward when they finally reached this point.
So what would you say? Better or worse than the postcard?
At least, I'd say this had more effort put into it. So I'll give them that much.
I can imagine that they didn't just do a single still image, but with that, here we are.
Oh, we also have this.
I found here. This is just if you. I think these shiny things add to your total count, but
I think they do.
otherwise it's just this seems to be. Yeah, okay, they do. Otherwise, this straight up is just a. Whoa, there it
Oh,
goes.
bless you.
Bless you. It's straight up just a developer like sort of sample level that they. Which random thought because I remember hearing about this at some point. I like this. I like when game developers like make something like this that's just for fun. Has nothing to do with the actual game itself. Maybe it was just something they were using to test the engine and stuff. And then they just realized like, if this is so fun for me to just go around it, why don't we just let the player have fun with this level as well?
I mean, it also makes for good real estate space, assuming you're gonna just plaster in the credits anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently from what I heard, that's how a lot of like fun little cheat codes get made, like infinite jumps and things like that. It's just developers realizing it's kind of fun. Why don't we just have like a little secret in this game for people?
We could totally do this. And so they
Yeah.
did.
But yeah, so Yep, that's it. That is Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. There is still one more extra mode that James and I will be showing off, because I got his help via Parsec. But beyond that, to touch upon this game sort of briefly, I guess starting off with my thoughts briefly, that I had a lot of fun playing this game. I don't know if I described this or not, but the way I got this game was a friend of mine from like 4th grade brought this game over to my house, and it was one of those games. I don't know if I was just an asshole unintentionally or not, but this was that game for me where a friend brought it over, and then I just forgot to give it back for like a year and a half.
Oops. You know what? I don't blame you.
Playing it.
I don't blame you. I have a couple of those games myself, like a copy of Wario Land Shake It that I should return to my friend at some point, but I just forgot.
You mean like it's still in your possession as we speak?
Actually, I don't think if it is right now, because I don't remember if it was part of all the games that I sold to get money.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, they never approached me about it since, so I'm guessing they forgot.
I get you. You have anything like that, Sammy?
Wait, what?
Did you ever did a friend ever lend you a video game that you just kind of forgot to give back to them at some point?
No, well, no. But funny thing is that I kind of have a story that I guess is similar to the topic, but not really. So, I think like some random like kid or like parent randomly just gave our family like this whole collection of like GBA games. We don't know where it was from, but that's what we got, and I'm like, huh, I'll take them.
Oh, nice. I'd go for it.
Yeah, so we got Super Mario Brothers, the Super Mario Brothers, Advance games with, Super Mario 2 and all that kind of stuff, and it was,
Okay. And with that, thanks for playing.
Thank you so much for playing Battle
And they
for
loop.
Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Yeah, it loops if you want to just keep hanging out in there, but yeah, I'll stop there. So, with that, they turn you loose, and they allow you to just play through the entire game, get any missing spatulas, which I already got all of them, so at this point it's just a moot point. It's just if you want to just, I don't know, spend more time in these areas, but...
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling in the mood for some popcorn down at the movies.
One movie ticket, my good man.
Well, shoot yourself.
40,000 shiny objects later, which requires nothing short of grinding, and behold! Oopsie. Behold! Concept art. So, I guess one of the quick little things I'll talk about and say that this game started off kind of more poorly compared to its predecessor was a number of things were a little bit inferior, including the movie theater, which at one point just had some production stills, and it wasn't until one of the later patches that they actually did what it was supposed to do originally, which was it's meant to be a house for all of the concept art for the game. So here you actually get to see what some of the things. This is actually very, very interesting that we get to talk about in the next part, and how big that was supposed to be for all of us, and with mixed results. But yep, you just get to see all of the wonderful little concept art that they did, which I appreciate because again, I think the game looks very pretty.
Oh yeah, very pretty, very vibrant. I mean, you could still argue how well they were able to pull it off, but I'd say it all worked out in the end.
It's cool though, and I like that they include some of the original artwork and models, so you can see how they changed it from there. SpongeBob, you're supposed to be sitting down, not standing in the theater.
Well, I'm the only one in the theater, so
that is true.
I can do what I want, and also you're being disrespectful, disruptive.
I got the whole movie set in studio to myself.
I like this though. I like being able to see concept art and all this sort of stuff. The ARF bot.
ARF.
I get it. The BizBot. You got dehydrated SpongeBob. You got somehow a cow that looks creepier than dehydrated SpongeBob. You got all the designs for the bus stops. Even some original artwork from the original game. Robo Sandy.
Still looks a little weird.
Jellyfish, which I like. Still.
Area Rex. And then the
Flying Dutchman,
Dutchman.
assuming all of them.
So much T-posing.
He's mad.
They're all trying to assert dominance in this movie theater.
I still would have liked a full level dedicated to the industrial park.
That would have been neat.
It seems so fun, but yeah, that's where they loop. So that said, wonderful little adventure side. Stay tuned for one final little part where we'll finally deep dive into all of our thoughts and stuff on this. But for now, say goodbye to the world of the single player, and it's time for James to brush off his controller and join me in the ring.
See you all for the multiplayer mode.
Bye.
Does this mean we're not getting pizza?